You've seen my next guest star in action movies and as a manipulative husband in a movie that earned him an Academy Award nomination. 33-year-old Laurence Fishburne stars in a new film that offers audiences this holiday season a twist. He is the first African-American to portray Moorish General Othello in a major motion picture of Shakespeare's timeless classic. But the part he earned an Academy Award nomination for was that of singer Ike Turner. He was the violent and manipulative husband of singer Tina Turner. The 1994 movie was based on Tina's autobiography, What's Love Got to Do with It? Laurence is credited with showing a human side to the musician that first discovered, then abused his wife.
Come on in.
He recently appeared as a cop opposite Sean Connery in Just Cause, and as the central figure in HBO's story of America's first black fighter pilots in World War II, the Tuskegee Airmen. He's getting more and more starring roles, but Laurence Fishburne has been acting for a very long time. And invariably, that means a lot of different roles. You may remember him as Cowboy Curtis in Pee Wee Herman's television show.
Think not. It's just fun in you, Pee Wee.
But he's also a Tony-winning stage actor and just recently a theater director and writer. Laurence wrote and directed Riff Raff. It just finished running off Broadway. He also stars as Mike Leone, a small-time rip-off artist. Where did this story come from?
It came from a lot of people. It came out of me and a lot of people that I know. It's part of a natural progression for me as an artist. It's a natural thing for me as an artist. You know, I'm not just satisfied. Maybe I'm not just satisfied just being an actor. You know, I have ideas and I have a great way of telling stories, and this is a way for me to do that. So.
Lawrence's mother encouraged him to act when he was a kid. She thought he was destined for a musical career, but Laurence had other ideas. You were in One Life to Live at 10 on a soap. You were in Apocalypse Now, and you were quoted as saying, you know, you were excited about going, but then you wondered once you got there whether you were going to come out of it alive. Why?
I was there for a long time. I mean, I was told I was going to be there making this movie for 3 months. I wound up being there for the better part of 2 years. So, you know, after I had gone and made one trip that lasted 3 months, you know, I was like, okay, this is cool. We had a good time. Some of it was boring. And then when I went back and it was like, I had to be there for 5 months, I was like, you know, am I ever going to go home? I was very young.
Clean. I'm good.
By the time he appeared in the Vietnam War epic, Fishburne was 14 years old. He had been acting since the ripe old age of 9 when his mother hired a talent agent for him. I gotta know, what came before that to where you exhibited that you were good enough that people thought you should have an agent?
I did plays in elementary school, all the way, you know, even like the first school I was in, I was involved in whatever kind of little theatrical deals they were doing.
Did you have a bunny costume or something somewhere?
I had some strange costume stuff, but I'm going to let you continue to dig and see if you can tell me that story the next time I see you.
You like to make people work.
I like to work, so I don't see why everybody else shouldn't.
That's interesting. Because everything you've gotten has been hard to get?
Not everything I've been working has been hard to get. I mean, everything I've gotten, I've worked very hard to get. Let's put it that way.
Arise, black vengeance, from thy hollow cell. Yield up, O love, thy crown and hearted throne to tyrannous hate.
And now he's hoping that hard work will pay off in his latest film, Othello. Laurence plays the title role, while British actor Kenneth Branagh masterfully portrays the evil, scheming Iago. Branagh has made a career of bringing Shakespeare's work to the modern screen and of attracting other actors to the bard's work.
So I was like, okay, the more. No problem. And I met with Oliver Parker and Luke Rogue and Kenneth, and we sat and talked about what they wanted to do and da-da-da-da. And I was like, great, great, great. And then when it hit me that I had the job, that's when I panicked.
Why?
Because I took the job. Hadn't read the play. Hadn't seen the play.
So what did you do to get up to speed?
I bought lots of copies of the play, and I saw just about every production of it that I could get my hands on, and I spoke to every actor that I knew who had any experience with Shakespeare. And, you know, I basically tortured myself mentally for about a month.
Be sure of it. Give me the ocular proof, or by the worth of mine eternal soul, thou hadst been born a dog than answer my waked wrath.
How did you work it through so that it was so understandable? Because many people try to do Shakespeare and it doesn't work. With you, it was as it was with Mr. Branagh.
I don't know. It's beautiful when you get your mouth around it. It begins to make sense. I mean, it's English. I mean, it's all I can tell you. When I look at it and I read it, I go, oh, it's English. It's just there's a word over here that would be over here now. But it seemed to make sense to me.
One thing I do like that points out that poster is that you say far more with your eyes than you say with the rest of your body. How long has that been going on? Did your eyes always get you into trouble?
Yeah. Since I was, I don't know, since I was born, I guess.
Lawrence's Othello may catapult him into the major leading man circle. Already, though, Laurence has a remarkable body of work. What most people don't know is Laurence was born in Augusta, Georgia. His family moved to Brooklyn when he was a toddler. What are your memories of Georgia?
I don't have any. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn. I got to Augusta. I was born in Augusta, and I got to Brooklyn when I was 2. So, you know, I have Polaroids as my memories of Augusta. And, you know, when I would go for, you know, the holidays, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, occasionally I would go. As I was growing up.
But it's not really...
But it's not like where I grew up. It's home, but it's not where I grew up. You understand?
You were a young actor, but why didn't you burn out or get used up the way so many child actors do?
Because I'm built to last, baby.
You're that Energizer Bunny.
I'm built to last, baby. I'm made from Georgia clay. Land of the free, home of the brave. Built to last. Not built for speed, but built to last.
Oh, my goodness. Laurence returned to Georgia recently for professional reasons. He'll be here for 3 months shooting a crime drama titled Fled. But whether it's his childhood or his love life, Laurence is adamant about not giving away much of his personal life. I want you to talk about why your privacy is so important to you and why you don't want it in mass media.
You're going to hate me.
No, I don't hate people.
All right. Well, you're not going to like what I'm going to say to you. I appreciate that you have a job to do. But I have a private life, and that is mine, and I reserve the right to say that I don't talk about it, and I don't have to explain to anybody why.
Laurence knows that comparisons to other black actors are inevitable. Unlike Denzel Washington or Sidney Poitier, who enjoy good guy images, Lawrence's most recognizable roles to date have been that of Ike Turner, a wife-beating, drug-sniffing stereotype, and other bad guys. Othello may change that. But whether it's his professional or personal image that's under scrutiny, Laurence Fishburne doesn't seem to care.
What makes me famous is not my demeanor. What makes me famous is the body of work I have.
Laurence is a self-proclaimed workaholic, but he did have time to get married. He's divorced now, and his 2 children live with their mother.
When Monica